What's going on, y'all? My name's Marlon with TriStar Koi. Today we're going to be doing our second part to the transport and handling of our fish. Today we're going to be talking more about the transport side of it. So I'm going to talk to you about what we need, some of the fish, and how we pack the fish as well. So stay tuned and we're going to show you some of the things that we need first. All right, so now we're going to talk to you a little bit about some of the equipment that we're going to need when we're packaging our fish and how to safely transport them, right? So to begin, this is essentially most of the stuff that we're going to need. Starting off, we're going to need our 3 mil. This is what we use, a 3 mil bag. Average size, this one's an 18 by 36 inch bag. We're going to put the link below for every single thing on here. And this is a 3 mil bag, 18 by 36. We usually go double bag, so this is the first bag, and then we put the second bag inside. We'll show you that later on in the video. Then we want to get some thicker rubber bands. This is a good size rubber band. Make sure it's pretty elastic. We like to do a couple of knots just to make sure the bag is really, really secure. Just in case anything happens, we always have more rubber bands, right? The next thing that we're going to have for the water is Hikari Chloramex. This is a product that we're very comfortable with. We've used this for many years, and what this does is it's both an ammonia binder and it is a dechlorinator. So it's 2 for 1. We like to put this into the bag, so when the fish release ammonia, this is going to help turn that into a less lethal form. So that's one thing for the water. And then another thing is the ice pack. So this is really important because we like to ship our fish with ice packs, especially in this time of the year when it's really, really hot. What this actually does is it lowers the water temperature and it holds on to more of the oxygen. So when the water temperature is a lot colder, the molecular forces holds on to the oxygen level so they don't expel too fast. So that's why we need the ice pack, and it keeps the water temperature much cooler so your fish aren't getting too hot in the bag, right? And then if you go over here, we're gonna need a box that's adequate size for our fish, and we're gonna need oxygen. We use pure oxygen here at the farm, and again, this is something that we're gonna put on the link below of some of the places that you can get some pure oxygen. So pure oxygen, box, and then this is most of the essential, and then we're gonna show you in the next step some of the process that we do for transporting fish. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you the process that we do just to securely package some fish. Right in front of me, we have 2 koi that we're gonna go ahead and pack and put in a box just to show you the entire way and the steps that we're gonna take. So starting off, we're gonna go ahead and get the bags. Like I said, we're gonna get 2 identical bags. These are 18 by 36, 18 by 36. We wanna make sure that we pre-put it in there first, securely. Line it up. And then what I like to do is I like to roll up the sides of the edges. That's what we're gonna do first. And then as a reminder, so you don't forget, the Chloramex, I like to get a little bit of that. Just a little pinch, a little handful. We're gonna put it in the bag beforehand. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna move the fish, but we're gonna put this bag into the box first, right? This is all clean water that we had already pre-gotten. I'm gonna use our sock net that we had shown in the video before. Take some of this water out. All right. You don't want to put too much water in there. You want, like I said, the whole time, even when you're transporting fish, you want to make sure that their back is covered, and that's enough, right? Their gill plates are covered and their back is covered. So now, what you're gonna do is use your sock net again, and then Coming on this. We got our fish nice and secured in there. Pour some of the water out. The fish are nice and handled in here. Like I said, stretch them out as far as you can. Put that bag at the end. There you go. Your fish are now securely packed in the bag. Okay, so now that you see that we actually have the fish in the bag, we got 2 of them in here. See, with the proportion from the box to the fish, we want to give them as much space as possible, right? You don't want to overcrowd the box. So we're only going to put 2 fish in here. We could go away with putting 3 or 4, but this right now is just an example, just showing you. These are about 9 to 10 inch fish. So 2 in here would be good enough, right? So now what we're going to do, now that we have this double bagged, I like to take the inside bag, kind of hold it all together like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of all that air inside, right? Because we're going to put pure oxygen in. We don't want any of this gas in here as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from the bottom of the bag where the water's at. I'm going to push all that air out, right? And you can see it looks kind of like a vacuum bag, right? This is what I like to do. Stretch it out a little bit, give yourself some space. Now, what we want to do is, you got to be very careful with this, is the oxygen, right? A lot of people do have check valves on there, so that's something that you want to look for. But now we're going to put the hose in the bag right here, not allowing too much gas go back into there. But now we're going to slowly release it and let some of the oxygen in. So now you can see that we're fully inflated, but you don't want to overdo it, right? So these bags, you don't want to over pop it or anything. So they're inflated enough, and that should be enough oxygen for these 2 fish in here, right? So now what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to tie a knot, right? We're going to go right here. This is still the first bag on the inside. I'm going to hold it like this. What I like to do, I like to twist this around a couple of times, right? Make it really, really tight. And then I had the rubber bands on my wrist already. So when I hold onto it, I can easily just grab 2 rubber bands and pull it down, right? And then now, like here, I like to go multiple times around this. That's initially like that. It's twisted right here. I like to snap it down like that, and then go around this several times. And what this is it's going to secure this knot for the inside bag, and it's going to hold all the oxygen in. That's just the first side. I like to do multiple knots, so this is another rubber band. I like to go on the outside like this. Oh, like this, and then I go in, and then we're going to tie it again. Tie it again. This is still the inside bag. So now what we're going to do is now we're going to double tie the outside bag, right? Same exact way. Just in case that you do have a faulty inside bag, this outside bag is going to act as a safety net. So you got to tie it just as tight, right? Really, really tighten it down. Go a couple of swirls, don't overdo it. Just like that, good knot. You can feel it. Same thing, release 2 rubber bands. Go a couple of times around here. Once you go a couple of times, snap it down. And then we're going to go around this and knot it off. So that's how I tie my bags. And then we're going to lie our bag down. This is an external bag. You can use a trash bag or whatnot. What this does is just extra water prevention, just so you don't get the box wet. You want to make sure the integrity of the box is going to be really dry. You don't want to make sure, you don't want it to get wet or anything. So now I like to put this in, but first, you gotta put your ice pack. What I like to do is I put the ice pack on the bottom so your bag is sitting on top of it. And what that does is it's in contact with the water and it keeps it cool. So now, fold it in. And your fish are ready to go. Usually what we do here also at TriStar Koi is we'll put another layer of cardboard. That's just gonna prevent from anything pressurizing on top of it. Then, close up the box, tape it up, and we're good to go.